दूसरा होता है ना, हमें क्या करना है, पानी का अरे कुछ दो इसको ना, अरे उस पानी को देखो।
Hare Krishna. So sorry for the delay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So okay, so we'll start with short prayers and then we'll start our discussion. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunvinitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are reading teachings of Queen Kunti, the very wonderful prayers of Queen Kunti, which she has uh, prayed to the Lord in the mood of separation, while Krishna was leaving the Hastinapur. And in the first two chapters, we discussed many things about how initially actually we understood how there were so many difficulties which Pandavas faced, different kinds of, they were being killed, they were being exiled, and so many things, even the so many injustice happened to them, but at last Krishna was with them, so that was the only hope for them, and they were very happy because of that. So wherever Krishna is there, the victory is there. And Krishna is so till now, because so many difficulties were there, Krishna was always on the side of Pandavas and Queen Kunti. But now that they won the battle, Kurukshetra battle is over now, and the kingdom, Yudhishthir is now going to rule the kingdom. So Krishna said, "Oh, now all of you now will be, everything will be taken care nicely. So I am leaving for Dwarka," because Krishna was the king of the Dwarka. So then he was living, and in that time, Queen Kunti, she started offering these prayers. So we have completed 2.5 prayers, because 2 complete prayers and 1 prayer we couldn't do completely. The purport was very big, so we could do only half part. So the remaining half part we will be taking today. So let us recite this verse. So we'll recite all the 3 verses today, and then we will start with the 3rd verse. So today I have a laptop, so I can share the screen also. Yes, all are able to see the Vedabis here?
Yes, Prabhu, we can see.
Yeah. So text that is 18. This is chapter 1 of teachings of Queen Kunti. So please recite after me. Kunti Uvacha
Kunti Uvacha
Namaste Purusham Tvadyam
Namaste Purusham Tvadyam
Ishwaram Prakrite Param
Ishwaram Prakrite Param
Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam
Alakshyam Sarva Bhutanam
Antar Bahiravastitam.
Antar Bahiravastitam.
Yes, Rahul Pro, translation you can read.
Srimati Kunti said, "O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all.
Yeah, so here we had discussed about uh, Queen Kunti. She, if you see the relation, material relation, she was the aunt of Krishna because she was the sister of Vasudeva. But here she is offering obeisances. So aunt is not supposed to offer obeisances to a nephew. So if a new person, if he is reading this book, then he may think that, oh, I think Queen Kunti is little. She didn't understand. So that's why she gives the reason. Because, not because you are my nephew, but because you are the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because of that, I am offering you obeisances. So all this material relationship is external. Basically, you are the same original personality coming from the spiritual world, and you are coming here just to exhibit your pastimes and attract the minds of all the living entities. And she says that you are existing both within and without, and you are invisible to all. So within and without means, because she was able to see when the Krishna, when he saved Parishit Maharaj in the womb of Uttara. So in front of everyone, Krishna was there. At the same time, Krishna assumed very small form, like an atom, and he went into the womb of Uttara and he saved Parishit Maharaj. So that's how he is within also, without also, and he is invisible to all. Actually, then Prabhupada tells in the purport, invisible to whom? To the people who are in ignorance. Like even many of the Kauravas, even though Krishna was standing in front of them, they thought that we can kill God, we can fight against God, and we can win. They didn't understand that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so they were covered by Mahamaya. So they didn't understand the glory of the Lord. And then they had to die in the battle of Kurukshetra. So that's what happened. So text second verse of the prayers. Maya javanikachannam
Maya Javanikachannam
agyadokshajam avyayam
Ajnadokshajam Avyayam
na lakshase moodadrisha
Nalakshase
Nalakshase
Moodadrisha
Muradrisha
natyo dharo yatha.
Nato
Natyodharo
Natyodharo
Yatha.
Yes, Abhinav Prabhu, translation.
Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the eternally inapproachable factor, covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized.
Yeah, so you are beyond the range of limited sense perception. So in this particular text, we had seen how our senses are very limited. Even our eyes, we are able to see only because of sun. Because sun is there, we are able to see everything. But as soon as there is a night, sun sets, then we see that we cannot see anything. We need the light and external things, which are also derived from the same source, that is sun. But otherwise, we can't see anything. So our eyes are dependent on the light of the sun. So similarly, all our senses, they are very limited. We can't see certain things. So, and what to speak of Krishna, who is the spiritual personality. So we can see only material things because we have material eyes, and we can see only material things with these eyes. So we can't see the spiritual form of the Lord. The spiritual things can be seen only by spiritual vision. Like there was one person, he had gone to Vrindavan. He came from Canada, and he had heard that Vrindavan is a very beautiful place. Vrindavan has like Chintamani, his Kalpadari Vriksha, and so many. He had read the very detailed description of Vrindavan. So he wanted to see. So from Canada all the way he came to India just to visit Vrindavan. As soon as he came to Vrindavan, he saw that, oh, everything is normal. There was as soon as he came out, there were some kichad, like rainy season we see everywhere it is there. And then he saw there were a lot of gutters and different things he saw. And he said, oh, this is Vrindavan. I came here. I thought Vrindavan will be something, some out of world, some different experience I had. Just a minute. Yeah, so this person, he came to Vrindavan and he was totally frustrated. Then he again went to Delhi, took a flight, and again went back to Canada. So actually, he couldn't see because he had materialized. So those who are spiritualized, they can only see Vrindavan and such dhams. When you go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, it is said that dham cannot be seen with our eyes. It has to be seen with ears. So we have to hear about Vrindavan and we have to experience that Vrindavan there. So that's how. So that's how it is written. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. So when the different sometimes actor comes and he puts some mustache and different costumes and all, so it becomes little difficult. Who is this personality? Then after somebody tells you that oh this is this particular actor, then you understand. Yes, yes, correct. So Krishna also is similar. Now coming to the today's verse that which we are going to discuss. So the title of this name which Prabhupada gives in this teachings of Queen Kunti, that is the most intelligent women. So please recite this verse. Tatha paramahamsanam
तथा
यथा
परमहंसानां
परमहंसानां
muninam amala atmanam
मुनीनाम् अमलात्मनां
bhakti yoga vidhanartham
भक्तियोगविधानार्थं
katham pashyema hi striyah.
कथं पश्येम हि स्त्रियः
Yes, Sagar Prabhu, translation.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu Dandavatam. You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists and mental uh, speculator who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we, women, know you perfectly?
Yeah, so you yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the hearts of advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we women know you perfectly? So here, Queen Kunti is taking a humble position. She said that I am a woman because if you read the Shastras, the women, Shudras, and what is that third thing? Stree and Dvijabandhus. These are like they are considered very low class or they are not very intelligent. It is said in the scriptures. So that's why she is telling that can we women know you perfectly? How can I know? There are so many philosophers and mental speculators. They have so much advanced knowledge and all, and they can get it. And you yourself also descend to propagate the science of devotional service. So what to speak of a woman like me? How can I understand? So like that she is asking. So in this, we had covered few paragraphs. Here actually this is a short paragraphs which comes in the purport. We'll go to teachings of Queen Kunti. Yeah, this one. So this we have covered. This thing is over. I think we were at the here it is said, no? Women, Shudras and Vaishyas are ordinarily considered to belong to a lower class. When one becomes a devotee, he or she goes beyond such designation. So this is very important. So in one sense, women are less intelligent, and what to speak of all Shudras means everybody is Shudra only in this Kali Yuga. So that means everybody is less intelligent. But Prabhupada is saying here that when one becomes a devotee, he or she goes beyond such designations. So when it was asked to Prabhupada, some women disciples came to Prabhupada and they said, Prabhupada, we women are less intelligent. What do you think? So they said like that. Prabhupada said, yes, if you think yourself as a woman, then only. So that's how they were very happy. Then they understood, yes, we are not this body, we are spirit soul. Yes, Ashutosh bro, you can read this paragraph, this one, highlighted one.
Although Kunti had the body of a woman, she was a devotee. Therefore, she was not like an ordinary unintelligent woman. Rather, she was the most intelligent, for she recognized Krishna to be the supreme Godhead. He has come to me to offer me respect, materially appearing to be my nephew, but he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Therefore, in a previous verse, she said, Alaksham Sarvabhutanam Antarbahiravastitam. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.13. You are not seen by ordinary men, although you are everywhere, inside and outside. In another verse, also she said, Nalakshasya Mudha Drishya. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.19. Fools and rascals cannot see you. This indicates that Kunti saw him. Unless she were able to see Krishna as he is, how could she say, Nalakshasya Mudha Drishya? She also said, Prakrite Param, Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.18. You are transcendental to his material creation.
Yeah. So the here basically Prabhupada is proving how she was the most intelligent, because na lakshashe muda drisha, that means fools and rascals cannot see you, but that means that she was able to see Krishna, and if she is able to see, that means she is the most intelligent. And also she says that prakrite param, that means you are transcendental to this material creation. So that's how these some of the verses or words which she spoke, that her itself shows that she was able to see Krishna, and that's how she is the most intelligent. Okay, so next paragraph is very important. This speaks about humility of Queen Kunti. Yes, Vipul Pro, will you be able to read?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now here also in verse, Kunti continues to express herself with humility. This humility is very good in devotional service. Therefore, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us, Pranadapi Sunichena Tarudapi Sahishnuna. One should be more tolerant than the tree and humbler than the grass to make progress in spiritual life. This is necessary because for one who is living in this material world, there will be so many disturbances as if one were traveling on the ocean. One cannot expect a very peaceful situation on the ocean. Even a big ship may also be unsteady, and at any moment there may be tumultuous waves. Similarly, in this material world, we should always expect danger. One cannot expect a very peaceful life within this material world. The Shastra, the Vedic literature says, Padam Padam Yad Vipadam. At every step there is danger. But if one becomes a devotee, then one can escape Mayam Etam Tarandite.
Yeah. Yes, so in this particular paragraph, Queen Kunti continues to express herself with the humility. So humility is very good in devotional service, Prabhupada is saying. So once there was a disciple of Parashar Bhatta. So he wanted to know who is a Vaishnava. So he had this doubt, who is a Vaishnava, who is the real Vaishnava. So then Parashar Bhatta said that you go to Anantacharya. So Anantacharya was living some place, one of the place he was living. So he went to Anantacharya, Ananta Alvar. So he goes there, this disciple. And then he goes, and as soon as he goes there, Ananta Alvar, he asks that, who is a Vaishnava? And Ananta Alvar says, so you see so many people are coming, so you start serving them. So then he starts, first he says that you just stay here for 10 days, 15 days, or he just doesn't say anything, he just say that you stay here. And then this devotee starts staying there, thinking that one day will come when this Anant Alvar, he will tell me the answer to this question. So one day went, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. And one of the days there were many people had gathered for the particular there was, I think, some festival was there. So many visitors were coming, and he was serving prasadam to everyone. He was giving prasadam one after another. Batches of people were coming, and he was serving everyone. He himself did not take prasad, and he was serving 1, 2, 3 different batches were completing, and at the end, then he took prasadam. And so this happened after staying, I think, few months he stayed there. Like that, menially he was serving, and then this Anantalvar called this devotee. He said, you had some question, no? For that you came here. So then this says, yes, I have a question. Who is a Vaishnava? So then Anantalvar replies in just one statement. He says that a Vaishnava is like a crane, is like a hen, and is like a salt, and is like you. This is the answer he gives, and that's it. Anantalvar goes. And then this disciple devotee, he starts wondering. He said, "Oh, so many months I stayed. Just this one statement. I don't know also what statement he spoke. I am not able to understand also. And this one statement, for that he told me to stay for so many days. So then again, and that time there were no trains or flights. So it's not that he went from one place to another. Just he had to walk for days together to reach to that place. So he went like that, asked the question, and he just got one statement. And then again he came back to Parashar Bhatta. And then he told Parashar Bhatta, I asked him about who is the Vaishnava, and he gave me this answer. So can you elaborate what is the meaning of this? And then Parashar Bhatta tells that the crane, Vaishnava is like a crane. Crane means basically, you see, crane means they have the bird which has a long beak is there. No? So what it does, whenever there may be a lot of sand and other particles, but it will take only the water from that. So it is like essence, taking the essence out of that. So that means Vaishnava is like essence. When in the entire material world there are so many filthy things, and so many things are there, material things, but a devotee will always find Krishna in that. The things which are related to Krishna, only that things he will find. And then second is the uh, uh, crane, and one about like a hen also. Hen is also, I think, the similar thing comes. Hmm. I'm not exactly remembering about hen. That is also some essence seeker only. And the third one was a salt. So he says that whenever you prepare any food or prasadam, so you see that when the salt is less, what people say? What people will say that if suppose you put
Salt is
salt
less.
in, yeah, they will immediately blame, hey, salt is less, salt is not there in this. They immediately tell
Yeah.
this is not good. So they will say. And what if everything is good? They give nice paneer sabji, salt, everything is perfect. What they will say?
The whole preparation was good. Salt,
Yeah,
they
they will
didn't
say the
mention about salt.
sabji is so good. Salt nobody will glorify. So salt remains in the background. When the mistake happens, immediately the blame goes to the salt. And when the appreciation happens, then the salt is not even no credit to salt. Nobody will give any credit to salt. Oh, such perfect salt is put up. Nobody will say. So that's how a Vaishnava is such a humble that he will do all the services, but he will not expect for the credit that he immediately he will bring the success for the entire project, and he will go behind. He will not say that I have done it. And when blame comes or some wrong thing comes, he said, actually I am the responsible person. Because of me this happened, I will improve my service. So that is the real Vaishnava. And then he says, Vaishnava is like you. That means because the devotee was serving for so many days, just for one question he stayed there, did menial service. That's why he said that Vaishnava is like you. So we see that Prabhupada exhibited this particular quality of humility. So last time also we were discussing about that. When Prabhupada got so much result, you see initially he had so many defeats, one after another, 8 defeats. After going to US also 8 defeats were there. Then after facing so many difficulties, at one point of time when he got success, 108 temples in just 12 years. Can you imagine? Going to so many devotees in every country, there were devotees. In newspaper, TV channel, everywhere there was Prabhupada's photo, and how Prabhupada is making the everyone change from hippies into happies, everything. So it was very famous that time. Even George Harrison, such very big leaders, they were also becoming devotees. So when it was asked to Prabhupada, though you have brought so much success, Prabhupada said, I did not do anything. This is the mercy of the Lord, and my spiritual master had a desire. So all of you devotees are sent by my spiritual master. So I am nothing. I am just fulfilling his desire. He has sent every one of you, and you are helping to spread the mission. So in that way, I am not in anything. So that was the humility of Prabhupada. He didn't wanted to take credit for anything, even though he had done so much. So that's how we see that this is a Vaishnava. And Queen Kunti had a similar quality of this humility. She was, even though she was so learned, she was very, in material sense also, she was an aunt, she was superior. And also she had seen so many different situations, and she was very advanced person. But still she was saying, how can I understand you? So that is the advancement. Actually, the more we advance, no, the more we get the knowledge, the more we become advanced. We come to know that Lord is so great, and as soon as we come to know that, then we think that why I am so insignificant. My position is very less. So the more we advance, so the advanced devotees think themselves low, and everybody else is very like very advanced devotees. They themselves think that I am very low class, and the neophyte devotee, they will think that I am very advanced. Little bit they do, and they think, oh, I have done so much, maybe I am the best of the devotees. But as you advance, then you come to know I am not best of the devotees, I am the very worst of the devotees. I have so many anarthas, but still Lord is accepting. So that is the mercy of the Lord. So that's one. And another, here when verse is quoted, Krinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna. So one should be more tolerant than a tree and humbler than the blade of grass to make progress in spiritual life. Of course, this is very high platform. One may say, how can I be tolerant than a tree? Like you see now, the rainy season is going on. So as soon as rain comes, we have umbrella or something, or we find a shade and we come under that. But the trees, they remain in the, whether it is rainy season or summer season or winter season, they are always there. So that's why it is said that one should be humbler than a tree also. So that is very high platform. But at the same time, we have to practice this tolerance quality in our life. Like one of the statement I heard from Shubha Vilas Prabhu, he says that of course, whenever problems comes in our life, we need to address those problems, find the solution. But the another aspect of problem solving is also knowing that every problem cannot be solved. So every problem cannot be solved. There will be problems. Some problems will be solvable, and some cannot be solved. So that just need to be tolerated. So otherwise, if say one says that no, I have to solve every problem of my life, then he becomes frustrated. Because ultimately, we are in which world? What is this world called as?
Dukhalayam.
Dukhalayam. Dukhalayam is the place where you get dukkha. So it's not Sukhalayam, it's Dukhalayam. Only because we are in Krishna consciousness, we can experience that bliss. Otherwise, this place is Dukhalayam only. So when you say Pustakalaya, you get Pustak. You say some, so different things are there, you get that particular thing. So this material world is known as this Dukhalaya. That means you will get dukkha only. If somebody gets dukkha and he says, oh, how things are going wrong, actually that is the nature of this world. So one has to, it is going to come. And also next, after a few lines, it is said, one cannot expect a very peaceful life within this material world. Prabhupada is saying this. One cannot expect a very peaceful life in this material world. So problems will be there. And there are people, like one devotee was telling that when he was distributing book, so one person came, he says, he was distributing a book, Find Your Lost Happiness. And the person came and he said that, oh, I am happy in my life. I don't need this. He just went off. So then he was asking me, what should I do? I said, hey, that is just temporary happiness which he is getting. So you should tell him that what happiness he is experiencing, that is just temporary. And there are so many, it doesn't, like, did he not get disease? Did he not get old? Did he so not suffer because of some loss of some relative or something? So sufferings are there. If he says that I am happy, that means it is in ignorance. So ignorance is bliss, we say, no? So somebody is in ignorance, deep ignorance, then he doesn't care for anything. Then he is in certain bliss, but that is tamaguna bliss. So we don't want that kind of bliss. So we want sattva-guna bliss, which comes only in the Krishna consciousness. So padam padam yat vipadam na tesham. So at every step there is danger. Yeah. So and yeah, padam padam yat vipadam. That means at every step there is danger. But what is the solution? Solution is if we take
Becoming
yeah.
becoming a devotee of the God.
Yeah, if one becomes devotee, then one can escape. Maya metam tarandite. Daivi hi esha gunamai. Maya Daivi esha gunamai. Mama maya duratteya. Mame vaye prapadyante maya metam tarandite. That means Daivi hi esha gunamai. The material energy of the Mama Maya, that means my energy, it is very, very difficult to overcome. Krishna himself accepts that. Like we all have got some experience in that because we are got tempted by certain things in Maya allures us. So we see that it is very difficult, but if one becomes devotee, then one can escape. There is no other solution. Artificially, one may try to escape, but he will not get out of that. So only by performing Krishna consciousness one can escape this Maya. So more elaborately, it is discussed in the next verse. So we have Chandu Prabhu. Can you read this next paragraph? If one takes to Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Prabhu. If one takes up a Krishna consciousness in the beginning, there will be many disturbances caused by Maya, the material energy of illusion. Maya will test us to see how firmly we are fixed in Krishna consciousness because she is also an agent of a Krishna. She does not allow anyone the freedom of a disturb Krishna. Therefore, she tests very rigidly to see wherever we have to taken to Krishna consciousness to disturb Krishna or are actually serious. That is a Maya business. So in the beginning, there will be test by Maya and we shall feel so many disturbances while making progress in Krishna consciousness. But if we follow the rules and regulations and chant regularly as prescribed, then we shall remain steady. If we neither neglect these principles, Maya will capture us immediately. Maya is always ready. We are in the ocean and at any moment we may be disturbed. Therefore, one who is not disturbed at all is called as Paramhamsa. Param, uh, Paramhamsa. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. So if one takes to Krishna consciousness, in the beginning there will be many disturbances caused by Maya. Maya will test us to see how firmly we are fixed in Krishna consciousness. So it is said that Maya generally attacks everyone, but for devotees she does overtime. So because outside people they are already in Maya, so there is no need of much lot of like she doesn't have to do anything. They are already in Maya. But when it comes to devotees, they are little bit in Maya, little bit in Krishna. So both are like half. So then Maya says, "Oh, these are the nice, good candidates for me because I can pull them this side. They want to go, and she also want to test seriousness." Prabhupada is saying here, she want to test whether the devotee is serious or not. So if devotee is not serious, he will be the Maya will drag him, and he goes to the material world. Then again he will go away from the association of devotees. But if somebody is serious, then Maya will say, okay, now he is so determined, so nice. Now it is only Krishna will take care. I cannot do any interference in his life. So then Maya takes off. So the so that's how we see that as soon as one takes to Krishna consciousness, lot of difficulties come. Difficulties in the sense that lot of allurements, lot of things, oppositions from parents, relatives, different things. It may come in different ways, even company or so. Basically, all these difficulties are testing us. There is an exam. Suppose you prepare for some exam, you know that exam is going to come. So like first standard, second standard, after every standard there is exam, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So when you cross that particular exam, you pass in the exam, then you are promoted to the next standard. Then you are next, like that you complete your 10th, 11th, 12th, and you advance like that. So similarly in spiritual life also, when one comes to Krishna consciousness, there will be small test which will come in his life. And then if he passes those tests, like if he says no for that, like suppose somebody is chanting some particular number of rounds he has started in his life. Now he's every day is doing, he said, I will take commitment, I will chant this particular 8 or 10 number of rounds every day. So he takes the commitment, and one fine day something happens that he gets up late, he's not able to complete in the morning, and then daytime certain things come, and then he feels, oh, let me just what to do, maybe evening I will do, and they just postpones, and sometimes he forgets to chant. So that's how Maya, that forgetfulness, Maya only tells actually. Forget so that we can. So she attacks like that because she brings that laziness in different forms. Maya can attack in the form of laziness or in the form of procrastination or like postponing the things. So that's how one may get carried away, and then one may think, "Oh, okay, no problem, next day I will do or later." So that's how he will be caught by Maya. So one has to be very careful. So that's why the more we are alert, that much we will be saved. So she will not allow anyone to disturb Krishna unnecessarily. So if somebody is becoming devotee, she will immediately does the needful. So many people are there, and we see that. So yeah, so we were talking about test. So different test will come. So if you pass the test, then she sees that, oh, this person is very determined, very serious, very alert. So then bigger test will come. Like now you are in second standard, you get particular test. Fourth standard, the test is little more difficult. So if you are able to pass that test, the next test which is going to come, it is going to be more difficult. So then the difficulty level will increase. So once you pass every test, like after sometimes one chants 16 rounds for years together very successfully is able to do. One may think that, oh, in the last 5 years I'm chanting, now I'm the fixed up devotee, I'm now senior devotee. I have now I am preaching to some boys who are just come to Krishna consciousness. They are chanting only 2 or 4 rounds. I am now senior. I am very strong. I can do anything. I can go to beer bars and I can distribute books also. So he can think like that. But then Maya will come in a bigger way. And sometimes one becomes little negligent. We see the example of Bharat Maharaj. He was on the stage of Bhava platform. There he neglected spiritual life and he fell down. So Bhava platform is very high. We are in just anartha nivritti stage only. Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Bhajan Kriya Anartha Nivritti. And then Nishta comes, then Bhav comes. Bhav is a very high level platform. And Bharat Maharaj fell down from that platform because of negligence in spiritual life. So he got attached to a deer. So the attachments will come, different things will come. But until and unless, so one may say that, oh, what is the solution? There is only one solution. One has to be very alert in his basically three things: chanting, reading, and hearing. These three things should be every day, it should be done, and it should be done very attentively. So if we are doing this, then we are very safe, we are like protected. So chanting protects us, attentive chanting, reading of Prabhupada books, it protects us from all these allurements of Maya, it gives us more and more strength. So whenever Maya comes, only there is a 2-letter formula, no. So immediately we say no, and we switch back to spiritual things. So it is said that uh, those who don't get those who don't get Krishna consciousness, he is unfortunate. One who gets Krishna consciousness, he is the most fortunate. And one who gets Krishna consciousness, and because of certain reasons, or he couldn't pass the test of Maya and he falls down from his position, then it is the most unfortunate, because he got Krishna consciousness but now he has left it. So he is most unfortunate. So there was one pujari in one of the temples. So he was doing puja, the deity services every day. He was initiated, Brahman initiated also. So he was very nice devotee at practicing for many years. At one time, what happened is he had some clashes with some devotees. He was not able to deal properly. Some clashes, some certain things were going, and then he was not happy with the management in the temple. And then one day he thought that, oh, this is all not good. So he left. He had some quarrels with devotees, and he just left the association. He went to his hometown. He married to some local girl there, and then he took a job and he started working somewhere out. And after what happened, after many years, when he was living in another city, shifted, and when he went to that place, he saw once, and his wife was not a devotee. He was devotee, but earlier, so the wife never knew that he was devotee before. So he had left everything. He had become a pakka karmi. No chanting, no nothing, no association, no contact with any devotee. So he was going like that. And then one day in the city, another city where they were living, there was a ISKCON temple, and the wife, she used to go to the temple regularly, and because she came to know this temple is there, she started going there, attending programs, and she became little interested in spiritual life. So then she told the husband, hey, there is one temple, let us go. He was very hesitant. He said, no, no, which temple? I don't know what is that. So I don't want to come. So one day somehow there was some festival. She dragged. She says, no, no, you have to come with me. And then after going there, he came to know, oh, this is a ISKCON temple. And then he went, and there was a Guru Puja which was going on, and one of the devotees, somebody he was offering the lamp offering to the Prabhupada, and he went to that place. He heard the kirtan, Hare Krishna kirtan was going on. He saw all the devotees, different devotees, and he saw the person who was offering lamp and different items worshipping Prabhupada. And then all the things which he was practicing before, everything got reflected in his mind, and he started crying profusely. And that time he full into tears. The wife didn't knew what is happening. Suddenly till now he was so angry, he was not coming, and now he suddenly started crying. He was very profusely was crying. And then some devotees took him. Then he said that, oh, I have done a big mistake in my life. I was a devotee before. I was serving in this temple, pujari, and I was doing, but somehow I had to leave. And so the devotees there, they nicely consoled him and again encouraged him to practice Krishna consciousness. And after that, he and his wife, both of them, became nice devotees and started regularly coming to temple, giving services. So the point is, because of some reasons, Maya will attack us and one may leave. And now this person was fortunate that again Krishna came into his life, and again because he forgot Krishna, he forgot the devotees, but Lord did not forget him. So Lord remembered, oh, this was a sincere devotee. Somehow he has forgot me, so I will bring him back somehow. So then that was the arrangement of the Lord, that he was brought back to Krishna consciousness. So this is a case, but sometimes one may go on doing like this and he may not get back. So our different things can happen. So basically we need to be alert from the before only. Prevention is better than cure. So be better to be alert than to get fall down and then forgetting our spiritual life. So there are different reasons why devotees leave Krishna consciousness. This is one of the reason. Sometimes there are a lot of material desires. Because of material desires, he came to Krishna consciousness, wanted to get rid of that. But even after that, those material desires are so much that then he says that no, I have to go to outside world, and again he goes back. Like that monkey example is there. There was a monkey. He wanted peanuts. So there was one bottle. This much hole was there. So he wanted peanuts. So he put his hand like this. So when he wanted to take the peanuts and bring, it was like it was not coming out, because now the hand has become bigger by holding those peanuts. So if he leaves the peanuts, then hand can come out. But he was holding the peanuts and trying to come out of that particular bottle, or it was not bottle. It was something which is stuck in one place, some matka or something. And then there was a hunter who was coming from that side. So he could see the hunter, but so much attachment to this to get the peanuts, he was not ready to leave this. And then the hunter came and he took the monkey. The peanuts went and his life also went. So that's how if somebody is too much attached to material things, then he has to sacrifice his life. So that's why we should be very cautious. Yes, any questions at this time? Anyone has any questions?
No, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So how can we pass Maya's test successfully?
Yeah, I told no. One has to be very. We have to protect ourselves. Like a laptop is there now. We are seeing the laptop, or all of you are online on your mobiles and laptop. So you see that it needs a charging. If charging is not there, the electricity goes off. Then you can't. You will not be able to attend this class. So charging is required for this laptop to work. So similarly, for our spiritual life also, we need some charging. If somebody says, "Oh, I will not do any reading, hearing, I will not do anything, and I will just go on," it will not happen. We will succumb to the temptations. It will lead us to fall down in our life. So the temptations can only be overcome if we are very thoroughly, regularly in touch with the shastras, in touch with the devotees, taking regular guidance from them. And there will be difficulties, but if you just take guidance from some superiors, they will immediately tell you what is the solution, how. Because sometimes when we are into some problem, we are not able to come out of that, but somebody who is out of the problem, he can understand our situation and he can give the best solution. Like the one boy was there, he called me few weeks back. He actually gave 12th is over for him, so he was preparing for NEET. He couldn't clear. Then one year gap he gave, and around 300 first attempt he got only 100 marks something, and then second attempt one entire year he gave for this NEET preparation, and then he got 300 marks, which was not. He thought that I will get good marks and I will get some medical college, but somehow he didn't get that, because he said that I was at home preparing and I got distracted because of the internet and different things. He couldn't achieve that target of his things. And then he said that if he already thought that if in case I don't get medical, then I will go for the Delhi University. So then he thought like that. But what happened is NEET, he didn't get this medical college, and Delhi University, when he wanted to apply for that, then they had some particular entrance test, which he was not aware. He said that till so many years this test was not there, but suddenly this year it was there and he was not aware of that. So then he was into a lot of depression. He said, neither I am into this nor this. All my batchmates, everybody got admitted in different streams, and I don't have any option now. Where should I go? This just 1 month back, means all colleges have started. Then somehow we found out the solution, that because he has interest in medical only, so we told that okay, you one more year you prepare for medical. Maybe Delhi University chance went, maybe the Lord wants you to get into medical only. And he said also that I was little distracted, so that's why I got less mark. If I study very hard, then I can get good marks also. I said, okay, you prepare for one more year and you will get. And then if you don't get anyway, because this year he is not going to get any college, even if he wants to try. So he was trying for a different BA or different things. So which is not his stream, which he was not interested in. So then we told him, okay, you do this, and then if you and don't stay at home, go to some quota or some coaching class where you can thoroughly prepare yourself for this exam, and then you get nice marks, then you can get a good medical college. So that's how when the problems are there, if you approach some person, then we can get some solution, and then things will go right. Otherwise, uh, if we get distracted and disturbed by some situations, we don't reveal also, then slowly one goes out of association, and then it becomes, and then we don't know why he has gone out. Then we have to call him, ask him. So then so many, and then it becomes very late. Once it is late, then you can't do anything. Okay, so few more paragraphs.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you. Few more paragraphs are still remaining. So we'll quickly complete the reading Now we have few minutes to 4. We'll quickly complete the reading, and maybe next time we will have some discussion, and then we'll go to the next chapter, that is 4th chapter. Is that okay? Yeah. Yes, Mihir Prabhu. This paragraph you can read. Kunti Devi.
Kunti Devi therefore says, Tatha Parama Hamsanam. You are meant to be understood by the Paramahansa. The word Parama means ultimate. Hansa means swan. So Paramahansa means the perfect swan. If we give the swan milk mixed with water, the swan. Similarly, this material world is made up of two nature, the inferior nature and superior nature. The superior nature means spiritual life, and the inferior nature is material life. Thus, a person who gives up the material part of this world and takes only the spiritual part is called Paramahansa.
Yeah, so the essence seeker only taking spiritual part out of this material world, that is called Paramhamsa. Yes, thank you. Jitendra Prabhu, next paragraph.
One should know that the activities of the body are due to the soul within the body. That is the real fact. The body is only the outward covering. Similarly, one should know that Krishna is the real center of all activities. And one who knows this is a Paramahansa. Thus, Bhakti Yoga is for the Paramahansa. One who knows that Krishna is the central fact. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am sarvasya prabhavo matah
Matta
sarvam
sarvam pravartate.
pravartate. I am the source of everything. Everything emanates from me. So one who knows not only theoretically but practically that Krishna is the cause of all causes. One who is convinced of this is the Paramahansa.
Yeah, not only theoretically but practically one should know that Krishna is the cause of all causes. Then he is also Paramhams. So once there was when Prabhupada was there, one of the person came. Prabhupada was telling about 12 Mahajanas. So one person immediately got up. Prabhupada, you are the 13th Mahajan. Like that, Prabhupada, he said to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said, you are the 14th. Yeah, the 14th Mahajan. So basically, Prabhupada wanted to say that if you follow me, you will also become Mahajan. So if somebody is following the pure devotee, they also become pure devotee. So at another time, it was asked to Prabhupada that some reporters asked, Prabhupada, how many pure devotees you have in your movement? Then Prabhupada immediately looked at one disciple. He asked, how many devotees we have in ISKCON? So then the devotees said some number, and he said, okay, these many pure devotees. Why? Because everybody is following Prabhupada. So if somebody is following a pure devotee, he also becomes pure devotee. Why? Because he may not be completely pure, but because he is in the path of purity, one day is going to become pure devotee. That means he is pure devotee only. So that's why. So that is the thing. Yes. Next, Abhinav Prabhu.
Yes. Kunti Devi says, you are meant for the Paramhamsas, not for the rascals and fools. You are meant for the Paramhamsas and Munis. The word Muninam refers to those who are thoughtful or to mental speculators, and the word Amalatmanam refers to one who has no dirty things in his heart. The heart of materialistic person is full of dirty things. What are those dirty things? Lust and greed. All materialistic persons are lusty and greedy. Therefore, their hearts are understood to be full of dirty things. But Amalatmanam refers to those who are freed from these two contaminations.
Yeah, so one has to. Uh, the heart of materialistic person is full of dirty things, lust and greed. So then it becomes very difficult for them to understand. So of course, when one practices spiritual life, his heart becomes purified. Yes, Abhishek Prabhu, last paragraph.
Yes, Prabhuji. Bhakti Yoga is meant for those whose heart are cleansed and not for lusty and greedy. Of course, those who are lusty and greedy may try to advance and gradually they may do so. But once one is situated in Bhakti Yoga, there is no more lust or greed. Virakti anyatra cha. This is the test. This is the test. When one is free from lusty desires and greed, then he is situated in bhakti yoga and is actually a Paramhansa. Kunti Devi humbly submits. You are meant for the Paramahansa and Munis, those who are cleansed in heart and are engaged in Bhakti Yoga. But what are we? We are simply women. We are in lower class. How can we understand you? Although she understands everything, she still takes the position of an ordinary woman and says, how can I understand you? This is humility.
Yes, thank you. Jai Shrimati Kunti Devi ki Jai.
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 Thank you all very much for patiently listening last 1 hour. So we have completed the chapter 3 of this particular teachings of Queen Kunti. Next time we'll start with chapter 4. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you so much,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
much.
Prabhu,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Prabhu,
Thank you
Hare
so much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji, for the class. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.